Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is KangaRuthless, and with me is DibzIsHere, and we're going to be casting the best of 5 series between myself, Kangaskhan, the Green Zerg, and MooMooMugi, the Pink Terran. This will be for the StarCraftCentral.net #2 tournament, Platinum and up. And Dibs, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome. Well, are you ready to watch some epic TVZ, ZVT, whatever you want to call it?
I am. A lot of the games have been really good in the SCC2 so far.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite game so far to watch or to play in?
To play in, I think Jeremy versus me. Those were some pretty good games. To watch, Jeremy versus Fruit Crunch, whatever you say his name.
Fruit Crunch. Those were definitely some interesting games there, and to say the least, those are some of the longest games I've casted in this tournament. Although Bad Mr. Foster versus Tojo might have given me a run for my money. As we can see here, we spawned on Xel'Naga Caverns. I spawned in the bottom left. Moomoo has spawned in the top right. I'm sending out a drone at 9 because I want to be able to get in his base, and I want to start picking away at this SEV and be ever annoying. And Zerg versus Terran, this is one of those very volatile matchups right now, although it's become very standard for Protosses to do some sort of Hellion expand. So if they don't do any sort of 2 racks or mega racks business, they'll go for some sort of Hellion expand. And that's pretty much what I'm expecting. So on this map, I don't like to go for 15 hatch. I prefer to go for a Speedling expand.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't 15 hatch on this map either, just because of the size.
Definitely, and the 11-11 is just so terribly... it's so irritating to deal with. I can't stand it.
Well, basically anything is good versus Zerg on this map, just because of how wide open this choke is. Hellions can come in from any direction, really, and roast those drones.
Especially
Spine crawlers just aren't enough on this map.
No, but I'm going to show you some interesting SimCity here. And with the best SimCity, actually, it can work on this map, but 15 hatch, yeah, is still very dangerous. You have to have nearly impeccable micro, and I don't care what they say. I mean, drone micro is not easy. Especially picking away, you know, injured drones and trying to ghost walk with other drones to get this round on the Marine. It's just tons of fun to deal with. 2-racks all day. So my spawning pool has gone down. I'm going to go through and throw up an expansion a little quickly since he's not blocking that off. And I'm taking my drones off of gas since I have over 100 gas. And I guess right now I'm waiting on minerals so I can get that speed. Speed does go down.
Yeah, usually you want to pull off at exactly 100, but it's not really a big deal. Unless you're in the very tip-top levels of play.
So I'm commenting here that my extractor actually finished. What I like to do against Terran is just steal that extractor as many times as I can, and if I can get a chance, if Terran doesn't bring his if he doesn't bring his Marines up close to his gas, I can actually get my drone and run behind the mineral line and see what else he has built in his base. So that was the idea, but it looks like he's making a reactor on this barracks as well as a factory. So we will see reactored Hellions. And meanwhile, I have a couple of Zerglings out on the map just searching for SEVs, bunkers, and so on and so forth. That's just something you really don't want to lose to if Terran actually gets up a bunker.
Quite a bit of money.
Yes, I am. I have quite a bit of money. I don't have a lot of larvae at the moment. I'm actually spending them all on drones. And I'm going to show you in a second how I actually end up spending my money. I am going to make a second queen here. And because this these minerals are so high, you can see I'm going to pull my drone down here and actually make a macro hatch to help wall off and block off this entrance. So Hellion run-bys will be a little bit more difficult to attain.
That is probably a good idea because that would help a lot versus any sort of Hellion run-by into the main.
Well, more than likely and most definitely. And another thing that helps with wall-offs is just making creep tumors to help spread your creep between bases so your queens can defend. As you can see here, I am making a second queen at my main, and she will start injecting larvae, and the second queen will start making creep tumors. And I will have a third queen as well to help inject larvae at my natural and start spreading creep as she chooses. So spine crawler automatically going down. I have seen these Hellions. They are out on the middle of the map.
Yeah, Moomoo did go for that very standard Hellion expand, and now he's switching the factory back over to the tech lab to start making tanks. So it's going to be a pretty standard game so far.
It is, and we'll see how I respond to this. So no drones at the expansion, so the Hellions aren't going to get the harass in that they would like. And I do have 2 queens blocking the ramp, so there's no way he's going to get in here. I think I'm going to wait for the spine crawler to finish before I decide to send my queens back to inject larva. And this could be a mistake if I do not watch the map well enough. You have to have very nice map awareness. Now, this isn't a complete wall off, and I just now realized that, so the Hellions are going to get straight in my base. And now we have 4 Hellions in my base, and they are just going to start roasting drones. Queens just do not do enough DPS against 4 Hellions. So many drones going down. Let's look at the drones lost cap. 8 workers killed. This is just horrendous. Doing so much damage. I'm just trying to trap these Hellions. And meanwhile, behind this, I am scouting in with my Overlord. I see he's gone pretty much for a standard build, but I think I might be way too far behind to come back at this point.
I think you'll recover from this. You have 17 drones on the way, so yeah. Oh, I thought the Hellion was gonna roast them right as they came out.
Oh no, that would have been pretty nasty. But the horrible thing about this matchup is if you don't have a good enough drone count early on, Dibs, you can't get enough larva out. And you just can't make enough units. That's the problem. It's not the larva so much as being able to spend the larva. So you can hit your injects, but if you don't have enough money to actually make things, then it doesn't matter. Still going to be in lots of trouble. So here I am spreading creep with my... Oh yeah, so we did take out the Overlord, but I did make another one, and I do need to make another one as well. But as you can see here, the supply is at 30 to 64. Moo is just so far ahead. 65 to 30, just maintaining that lead, has gotten his expansion up.
Yeah, those Hellion openings really are very good because you don't even need to really do that much actual damage. You can force units, force these spine crawlers, and just take map control with them. And so it's such a smart opening.
It's pretty much what you do in Terran versus Zerg. I don't really see many Terrans going for any other sort of opening at the moment besides mass barracks or Hellion expands. Sometimes they'll go for something like a 3-tank Marine push or 5-tank Marine push. But it still depends on the Terran. So, Stim has finished for MooMooMugi, and so has Siege. So now he's gearing himself up for a nice timing push. He is a little bit supply locked at the moment, and he's starting on that +1 attack for his Terran infantry. And meanwhile, I'm trying to get out as many Zerglings as I can. 22 Zerglings have just popped, but I just don't know if that'll be enough. I am starting my layer. I need to get up to mute attack pretty fast, or layer attack at the very least. But this push is coming out. My Zerglings will try to engage in the middle and decide that that is actually a terrible idea. So I'm going to go for a counterattack and see if I can stall this push for as long as possible. Lings are running in, picking off lots of Marines. The Wolf Sim, but to no avail. There's just not enough Marines here. So I'm going to run into his mineral line and start picking away at all these SCVs. But meanwhile, the push is at my front door. And it takes a Siege, Dibs. This is pretty much GG.
Even with the counterattack and forcing this to be more all-in than it had to be, he can still, you know, destroy everything you have with just this army.
So I do have 26 Zerglings on the way. I'm running away my drones a little bit late. Looks like one of these hatcheries will go down. And I don't think I just don't think I have enough to really deal with this. There's just too many Marines here, too many tanks. I am trying to focus fire the tanks with my Zerglings. This was maybe a rash decision. I'm not going to be able to take out any of these tanks. That'll do it for the game. I GG out of there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, shows us how strong those Hellion openers are if your Zerg opponent does not wall off correctly.
Yeah, I do think Hellion openings are just so good.
And yeah, they are. They killed a lot of drones. Let's look at the drones loss count again. He did end up killing 10 of my workers. I killed 19 of his, but that came a little bit too late.
You killed 10 of his.
I killed 19 of his. He killed 10 of mine, but that came early enough in the Zerg game.
He killed 19 of yours, and you killed 10 of his.
Oh, he did.